intention, you're creating a vibrational match. Your frequency aligns with source frequency, and the monad recognizes the signal. It activates. But Jesus vibrates differently. It's not the same sound, not the same frequency. It's close. But close doesn't activate. You can't tune a radio to 99.9 FM and expect to receive 100.1. Wrong frequency. No signal. And that's what's happening when people say Jesus instead of Yeshua. They're broadcasting on the wrong frequency. The monad doesn't recognize it. And activation doesn't happen. Not because they're not sincere. Because the frequency is wrong. Third element, why the monad responds to the original but not the translation. The monad doesn't respond to belief. It doesn't respond to faith. It responds to frequency, to vibration, to consciousness operating at source level. And the original Hebrew name carries that frequency. The Greek translation doesn't. Yeshua means Yahweh saves or Yahweh is salvation. It's a name that contains the divine name, Yahweh, the tetragrammaton, the name of source itself. So when you say Yeshua, you're not just saying a person's name. You're invoking source directly. You're speaking the frequency of the infinite. And the monad recognizes that. Because the monad is source individualized. It's your connection to the infinite. And when you speak the name that contains the infinite, the monad activates. Jesus doesn't contain that. It's a Greek name. It doesn't reference Yahweh. It doesn't carry the source frequency. It's just a translation, a substitute. And substitutes don't activate. Only the original does. That's why 2 billion Christians say Jesus daily and most never experience monad activation. Not because Christianity is wrong. Because they're using the wrong name, the wrong frequency. And tonight you're learning the right one, and how to use it correctly. Now you understand why the name was changed, why frequency matters, and why the monad responds to the original. And tonight you're learning his real name, how to pronounce it correctly, how to speak it with intention, and how to use it to activate the monad instantly, not over months, not through complicated practices. Instantly. Through the power of the correct name at the correct frequency. Here's how. His real name is Yeshua. Pronounced Yeshua. 3 syllables. Yeah. Not Jesus. Yeshua. And there's a more complete version. Yahshua. Pronounced Yahshua. This version includes Yahweh directly. The name of source. Yeah. Either pronunciation works. Both carry source frequency. Both activate the monad. Practice saying it out loud. Right now. Yeshua. Feel how it vibrates differently than Jesus. Notice the SH sound. The A ending. That's Hebrew. That's the original. That's the frequency the monad recognizes. Say it again. Yeshua. Or Yahshua. Let your voice create that vibration. Let the sound resonate in your chest. In your awareness, that's source frequency. That's the activation code. And you just spoke it. Second step, speak his real name with intention. Not just as information, as invocation. When you say Yeshua, you're not referring to a historical figure. You're invoking source consciousness. You're calling the frequency that activates the monad. And intention matters. The same word spoken unconsciously does nothing. Spoken with awareness, with recognition, it activates everything. Here's how to speak it with intention. Center yourself. Take a breath. And speak the name while recognizing what it represents. Yeshua. Source consciousness in human form. The monad fully activated. The template of what you're becoming. When you say the name, you're not praying to someone external. You're recognizing the same consciousness inside you. The monad. Source individualized as your awareness. Speak it like this. Yeshua. Feel the vibration. Then add recognition. Yeshua, the monad activated. Yeshua, source consciousness. Yeshua, the name that breaks the veil. Don't just say it. Mean it. Intend it. Let the frequency move through you. And as you speak it with intention, the monad recognizes the signal. And it activates. That's the technique. Real name. Correct frequency.